Are you too old to make or listen to pop music? Can you really age out of the music industry? Is it too late to start making music? If you've wondered questions like these, then keep watching, because today we're going to discuss age in the modern music industry and what that means for you right now. So let's blast off and get started. JM in your universe. Konnichiwa friends, I'm Jonathan Miller and welcome back to Jonathan Miller Music, where we help each other become better artists. I make pop music and every Wednesday on this channel I'm helping others take their music to level 2. If that sounds good, consider subscribing and ringing the notification bell, maybe giving this video a like and sharing it with a friend. My goal is to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year, so every like, comment, and share helps the old algorithm. If not, then you're not gonna like this video because this video is for fun people. So if you're a fun person, then subscribing would be the best way to show that. That wasn't subtle at all, was it? Nope. Subscribe! Alright, so are you too old for pop music? Well, here's the short answer. No. I get a lot of age-related questions on here and on TikTok all the time about making or listening to pop music specifically, especially as an artist myself that does make pop music. People, depending on their age, always wonder if it's too late for them to start making music or to start a career in the music industry, if they missed their chance, or if at a certain age you feel it's not age appropriate for you to listen to certain artists or songs. Sometimes young people can gatekeep music just like old people can too, but right now the world is going through this weird generational change and things in the music industry have drastically evolved. So like I said, as a pop musician, I just kind of wanted to share some of my thoughts and opinions about this to maybe ease some of your insecurities or worries. So let's start with the casual music fans and then I'll speak more directly to you music makers or budding music makers. First of all, in my opinion, music is timeless. There's actually a lot of studies how after the age of 30, a lot of people tend to stop discovering new music because it just doesn't, quote, hit the same. This is because when you're younger and in high school, while your hormones are raging, everything feels heightened. Music hits you in that part of your soul where everyday language can't really quite describe. Pop music in particular, because it's a genre designed to be enjoyed by the masses, if it's done well, captivates those universal emotions that we all feel as human beings. Sadness, heartbreak, infatuation, stress, desire, depression, love, happiness, all these strong emotions and experiences. This is why I always make the case that you can artificially and formulaically manufacture a pop song all you want. You can know all the music theory. You can hit all the right chords and all the good stuff. But unless your song has that special spark, it will never hit. People may like your song, it may do well on like a social media platform, but there's a reason a song like Teenage Dream still hits the way it does even 10 plus years later, and that's because it has that spark. Yes, Max Martin is an amazing writer, so is Bonnie McKee, but that song specifically has a spark and it has the emotion, it has the right chords, the beat, the timing of its release, and like I said, that special something that all play a role into why it was a hit. And why if that song comes on the radio, it will still hit the same way it did 10 plus years ago. You getting older doesn't change that. My grandma in her 70s used to love listening to Lady Gaga when I was in high school. There are teenagers right now who are obsessed with music from the 70s or the 80s or even decades before that. As a music fan, your age doesn't matter. If you love a song, just let yourself love a song. My mom would blast Britney Spears' Oops, I Did It Again album on long car rides when I was little, and she was probably in her late 30s, early 40s at the time. I personally don't believe in gatekeeping music. There's nothing more beautiful than sharing a piece of music that you love and seeing somebody else love it just as much as you do. I do, however, believe that everyone does go through that period of time where music really doesn't hit the same. But eventually, all sounds come back around. Look at how the early 2000s are really starting to explode again right now. So unless you're kind of a creeper, it's okay to vibe with any music in my opinion. Now for you music creators. Let's just get one thing straight right off the bat. It is never too late to start making music. I don't care if you're 21, 29, 45, 72, or 140. If music is a passion or a curiosity, pursue it right now. If you love pop music and you've always been fascinated on the creation of a song, or maybe you're used to making one genre of music and you really kind of want to try making something else, do it! Listen to your favorite songs, see how they're kind of formatted, and maybe try your hand at writing one. I'm a writer, so I always encourage people to try their hand at writing, or at least try it enough to understand how the process works. Some music creatives are not the best writers, and that's okay. But knowledge is everything in this field. So as long as you're curious, stay involved. But there is one thing specifically about pop music that often gets artists. It changes. Pop music uses a lot more innovation than a lot of people give it credit for, and that's because, as I've said before, it's supposed to be innovation designed as easy to consume content. You're not supposed to think about it as much unless that's the goal of the specific song. So if you're going to make pop music, and this is a lesson that I myself have had to learn, then you're signing up to be okay with change. It starts slow and then time ticks on and suddenly you're in a rut and your formula or previous way of doing things doesn't quite work out the way you want it to. You might think things like, why does no one like my music now? Why does it feel like I'm writing the same song over and over again? Or I'm giving my fans everything they want, but why am I not getting any new fans? Welcome to the land of an artist's plateau. They are the worst periods in your career, and they are the hardest to get off of. But you have to remember that change and adaptability are the name of the pop game. If you refuse to switch it up, which we can all be like that, things will start to feel very stagnant and stale very fast. Artists like Taylor Swift, Britney Spears, Lady Gaga, Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson, BTS are some of the greatest pop acts in history because they're not afraid of innovation and changing with the times, regardless of how old they are or were. People are still making excellent music careers for themselves in their 30s, in their 40s. That whole weird line between 29 and 30 is not the be-all end-all that it once upon a time was. And anybody who still believes that is not changing with the times. These artists are great because they know what makes them unique and they own their territory. They're not trying to make their way up through a hierarchy to be number one because they know they are at what they do. This is now the digital world and age is just a number. So if you make a great song, people will notice it whether you are 18 or 95. Generations change, and with generational changes come new societal norms, mindsets, and attitudes. But there are some universal emotions that do stand the test of time. So regardless of your age, who you are, or where you're from, make music. Make pop music. Make rap music. Make rock music. Make EDM. Whatever genre it is that you want to pursue, try it out. You can earn a comfortable living from what you love doing. If you allow yourself to grow within your field and your territory, every generation can learn from one another. The only question is, are you willing to challenge what you know so that you might succeed? So that is my thoughts and opinions on the question, are you too old for pop music? Question of the video, what is your current age and what type of music do you currently make? Leave me a comment below letting me know. If you want to check out my new single, I Heard You Hate My Voice, there's a music video link and Spotify link in the description below. Make sure you follow me on Spotify too. But if you like me and you like what I do, consider joining me on Patreon too, like Maddie here and all these fantastic people to get all sorts of fun rewards, including access to my YouTube calendar to see what's coming to the channel. But as always, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it and subscribe if you're new. I put out new videos every single Wednesday. Once again, I'm Jonathan Miller, and I will see you next time. See you later.
I am a machine, not a robot, not an operation electronically. My messages are